If you've ever played Rocket League, then you're probably familiar with what might just be the most famous RLCS goal of all time.
Chased it around, just an in there on a shot, and
But where does this clip stack up in the best shots that have ever been scored in the history of the game? Well, in order to answer this question, I spent a ridiculous amount of time with my editor, as well as several RLCS superfans, to come up with the ultimate list of the 50 greatest clips in the history of Rocket League. And these clips are ranked not only on mechanics and flashiness, but also on what was at stake at the time and the impact they had in the Rocket League scene. So needless to say, you're gonna watch a bunch of very intense moments, but also the most mechanical plays that have ever been scored in professional Rocket League. So sit back and get ready to watch absolute peak gameplay for the entirety of this video. And starting out at number 50, we have Joyo, who scores a crazy 1v3 against Team Falcons, and this goal would decide the win for them, making it a clean sweep of 4-0.
These players put in throughout the spring split. Your backs are against the wall if you're Team Falcons. Meanwhile, Moist Esports, of all the work they put in.
Number 49, we have Garrett G, who you're gonna see a lot on this list, but here he scores this iconic ceiling shot against Team Dignitas after getting bumped to the ceiling.
now on the defensive. Still 0 goes. Oh my goodness!
Number 48, we have another name you're gonna see a lot, and that is the infamous Squishy Muffins. And here he scores a nasty double tap against FC Barcelona that would give his team a 1-0 lead.
Gimmick, right in front, back to Squishy. Squishy off the back wall. Has the touch. Oh my goodness, Squishy Muffins!
But that's nothing compared to number 47, where First Killer was able to hit a quadruple tap in the RLCS semifinals.
More shots coming in. First Killer will take it off the backboard. Double tap, triple tap, quadruple tap!
Next up, we have our first shot by Daniel, which also happened to be his first ever goal in RLCS. And because of the insane amount of hype he had going into his debut, this goal was a way to prove himself and show that he can handle the big
Coming
leagues.
from the backboard. Demolition though from Arsenal. Daniel can score from here and does! Welcome to the RLCS!
And someone that's been in the big leagues for a long time is Devo, coming in at shot number 45, where he hits an absolutely insane double tap to tie up the game against NRG. Number 44 is actually a team play from NRG way back in Season 2, which at the time was unheard of to score something like this.
Back into the middle. Sad Jr. Nice flick. Looks for Jacob. Jacob.
No way!
Sad Jr. Oh my God!
At 43, we have another shot from Joyo, this time in the quarterfinals where he scores a nasty sidewall redirect.
Got so many nicknames, but only one goal so far. Joyo! You sneaky young gentleman.
And at number 2 is AJ's first shot on the list, where after nearly 4 minutes of scoreless gameplay, he was able to hit this insanely mechanical play.
The spread out offense from NRG is alive and well, but oh my goodness! AJ got the touch.
Next up, we have JNaps hitting a dagger to secure the win against the KC Pioneers.
But they cannot afford JNAP scoring here with the flip reset. Chicago with a bump on one. He'll double tap it in. Oh, put it in the highlight reel.
Alright, so now we've made it to the top 40 clips, which means they're gonna get a lot crazier. And for shot number 40, we're going back to one of the best to ever play the game, and that's Squishy, who hit this crazy air dribble flip reset to put his team up 1 goal.
Keeping it here in the midfield, giving himself options. He's got an open
Squishy.
in front of the
He got it!
underneath. Oh my goodness, the flip reset.
Going back to JNaps for number 39, in the grand finals against FaZe, he was able to hit an insane angle to put G2 up 2 goals against FaZe.
So that play didn't work out, but still G2.
Number 38 is the fastest goal in RLCS history with a 163 kph team pinch by Alpha 54 and Fairy Peak.
Got the set. What? That's gotta be a record. There's no way.
At number 37 is a reverse double tap by Astral, which I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but either way, it was really cool.
Controlled. They've got Karmikarp in the ropes. Astral double. No, he didn't. He's done it.
Number 36 is Alpha 54 hitting an insane flip reset double tap in the grand finals. And with this goal, Vitality would go on to win the 2023 Spring Major against the previous world champions of BDS.
It was floating, but he made something from it, turned it into the
This win would also set up Zen to hit shot number 25, which we'll get to later on. Next up for shot number 35 is Astral with a triple tap reset with 0 seconds left to win the game.
A bit too risky on these passes. Astral, double touch to the backboard. Yukio's pre-jump, but Astral just does everything himself.
At number 34 is another goal by Squishy to secure the win against a very close series with FaZe.
Make the most of it off the ceiling, and Garrett G is going to take it. Squishy so fast up to the ball. He's got the first shot. He's got the second touch. Squishy Muffin puts NRG on by
This 0-second shot by Monkey Moon ties the game against Envy and takes the game to overtime.
This one's going to go on for too much longer. I think Envy have got this. No way. No way! What?
Now let's take it back to a familiar name, JNaps, again on the list with a reset double tap against version 1.
But there's no way Atomic knows the shot's coming there. It doesn't even know a shot's gonna happen. That was, oh, what a shot from Beast Mode. As JNaps tries to return the favor though, the back flip into the
No surprise here, we got Daniel again with a double tap to tie the game against Optic. This would also prove himself in front of his former teammate Reddles.
Magic Bear out of boost, can't bump Daniel! Daniel! Are you real?
At number 30 is a corner double from AJ to secure the final game against version 1 and win the series.
But there's FaZe still in control. Simple gets bumped off, but AJ's downfield. First touch, second touch. Oh my goodness! PJ for AJ!
Next up, we got Noli, who hit one of the best sidewall redirects you'll ever see.
You know, that slight little bit of doubt, but that's just because form hasn't... Oh my god, Nolly! What is that?
At number 28 is a shot by Ahmed, who literally 1v3s the entire team and makes them look like champ players. Again on the list is JNaps at number 27 with a crazy read off the backboard to tie the game in a loser goes home series against version 1.
Played out to JNaps for a tie game, onto the backboard, Beast Mode and combo.
He's got it!
JNaps hits it! He just follows through on the read!
Number 26 is the Mighty Zen with one of the best goals in RLCS history.
Touch off, but puts Hero Red right way. Here's Zen, up high, takes it up, Zen, across! Oh!
Not only did this create one of the hardest lines ever said, calling Zen Mr. Physics, who bends reality to his will, but because of this goal, Vitality beat Carmine Corp and would later go on to win the entire championship and give Zen his first RLCS victory. And if that last shot wasn't crazy enough, then at number 25 we have another goal by Zen, this time in the grand finals against BDS.
Tries to get the flip redemption, just fakes it out, leaves it for the man, the magician, the superstar, it's the signature shot!
This would go on to become Zen's signature shot and also change the future of Rocket League, as we started to see these same ceiling plays pop up not only in RLCS by other pros, but also in lower ranked gameplay. So now, thanks to Zen, you guys have to deal with this in Diamond. At 24, we have Garrett G again with an absolutely disgusting 1v3.
Rapid very far back, Percy waiting for a center, but it just won't be there. These are probably instances where you would like a little bit more commitment onto the ball. If you are X-set, they're getting bullied around. There's no way. Oh, Garrett, he just bullies his way around. He's saucy little salamander.
And now let's go over to the MENA region, where Ahmed scores a nasty redirect to save his team from elimination. At number 22 is another sidewall redirect, but this time from Acronic, and this goal would end in almost 5-minute overtime to save Team Liquid from elimination.
Get one of these beautiful...
No! Yes, he can! And it goes all the way in! A piece of magic keeps Team Liquid
in a grand final between Complexity and Space Station, Rabel opens the scoring with some incredible cyberbullying on Reddles that even left me feeling disrespected.
A little more difficult and give Complexity that little bit of buffer. Oh, baseball! El Toro!
Alright, and now we've made it to the top 20 shots. These are some of the best and most historic shots in the history of Rocket League, starting with this unbelievable read by Nupo.
الخامس ما بين تيم فالكون وتيم او كول.
At number 19, we have Alpha 54 again, and this time with a ceiling redirect to tie the game and bring it to overtime.
There, as Vitality need to make some magic happen here. Final 15 seconds as Alpha takes that one up. Looking again to see if they can create opportunity. And he does! Alpha 54 lights it up for Vitality.
Next up at number 18 is Garrett with another disgusting 1v3 against the entire Evil Geniuses roster.
But he showed his hand a little bit too early. Fireburner easily able to react. Garrett over the top of one. Pass two. He's got Justin in support. Takes it.
Here we have an intense Game 7 between Team Liquid and Complexity, where the game is tied at 1-1 with only 10 seconds remaining. Oski only has one opportunity to score and stop it from going to overtime.
To go here, and Team Liquid gonna try pull off a miracle. Flip reset, 1, 2, 3! Oski puts them up by 1!
And now let's go way back to Season 2 in a matchup between Northern Gaming and Mocket Aces. With Northern Gaming on the verge of elimination, Remco scored what was at the time one of the most mechanical plays ever scored.
Remco's the first one there, gets another...
Oh my goodness, Remco!
A great play by Remco!
Although it's not that mechanical now, back then this shot set the tone of what was possible in Rocket League and led to more creativity in the pro scene and also the casual scene. At number 15, we have Virtuoso with a Psycho off of his teammate's own Psycho. This might be the only ever double Psycho shot, and it's even more impressive that it was an RLCS.
By a month's time, like you're saying though, that's not going to be the case. These players will have seen each other, they will have scrimmed each other, they will know what's...
In what might be the greatest save in RLCS history, Chicago literally stopped the ball on the goal line and prevented a second goal from Team Queso in the Winter Major Grand Finals.
What did we just witness?
This save would prevent a second goal that could have easily changed the momentum of the series, allowing Queso to win. However, the momentum stayed in G2's favor, and they would go on to win the Winter Major Championship. At number 13, we have what is widely considered to be the best sidewall redirect in the history of Rocket League by none other than Justin.
Common beast mode, both in the same spot.
Oh, my God! Justin ends the drop for the General NRG!
Next up is Zen making another appearance for one of the most iconic goals from the latest RLCS.
Tachi just trying to keep this one in play. Vatira's not there.
No way, he's still up.
Zen's still up.
Oh my goodness, Zen! How does he do it?
Yeah, this might just be the craziest pre-jump ever scored. Next up, we have Scrubkilla's 0-second equalizer in the Season 7 Grand Finals.
Carrying this to get it up onto the back wall. Scrubkilla scores! 0 seconds, unbelievable!
Vitality would then go on to not only win the game thanks to Scrubkilla's shot, but also win the series and become world champions. Alright, so now we've made it to the 10 best clips in the history of Rocket League. Starting with number 10, we have Daniel, who hits the most mechanical shot ever scored in RLCS.
And Daniel flipping the play on its head, dribbling above first killer, Chronic in the net, so was Jack the Fuck! Daniel!
Many pros claim this to be the best shot ever hit in professional Rocket League, and not only that, but it was scored in a grand final. But the best part is how people reacted to it.
Ooh, wait, what is Daniel doing?
What?
Daniel! Are you kidding me?
And at number 9, we have to go back to 2017, where Cuxer literally invented a new mechanic in the middle of a professional game.
Send it away, he makes the touch.
Oh, what? No way! What, are you kidding me? Look at this pinch from...
This shot would then go on to be named the Cuxer pinch and has become a staple in Rocket League mechanics and is still used all the time today. At number 8, we have the first ever air dribble scored by Over0.
Defense coming out from this iBuyPower team.
Defense and iBuyPower, not things you usually talk about at the same time. He's carrying it.
They can put it in! They stay alive!
This was the first ever season of RLCS, and to see a mechanic like this was absolutely mind-blowing back then. I remember watching this and I couldn't even fathom what he just did. Air dribbling was then brought into the casual player base, and nowadays you'll even see golds doing air dribbles. And that's why this shot has to be at number 8. Next up at number 7, we have the first ever flip reset scored by none other than Squishy.
Cloud9 mounting an assault. Squishy pounces to himself.
He gets
Flip
it.
reset. Getting to it.
Just like the last shot, this was truly unheard of at the time, and especially not in an RLCS game. Back then, flip resets were mainly used by freestylers and thought to be useless in professional gameplay. But with this shot, Squishy proved that it was not only useful, but extremely effective, and every plat in my comment section claims that they can hit them. Number 6, we have the famous Devo double.
Very peak McKay up. A bit of confusion, it looks like, on defense for Maka right now. They're not really sure who's going to go for the clears. Devo looks for the pressure. Open net. Can he double tap this in? Oh my goodness!
Again, this shot looks pretty normal now, but back then this was like watching magic happen right in front of your eyes. And a lot of these shots are iconic because they were gateways into the amazing shots you see pros hitting now. We have Garrett G once again, who somehow keeps single-handedly outplaying his opponents, and sure enough, he did it again in this famous clip where he hits a nasty double fake.
G moves up, the screen plays.
Shot number 4, we have a lot who hits a crazy redirect.
Oh, is that going to suit this Monkey squad down to the ground? Although a lot puts that one straight up. That is the angle of the...
And what makes this especially crazy is that this was back in Season 4 where mechanics were nowhere near what they are now, but a lot was still able to score this shot that was years ahead of its time, and even if it was hit now, it would still be a pretty insane clip. Number 3, we have a familiar name, Justin. And what makes this shot special is that it was Game 7 of the Season 8 Grand Finals. Both teams had fought their way to this final game, and NRG was in the lead with 30 seconds left. But after a few defensive mistakes, Vitality was able to score and tie the game 1-1. As the game came to an end and nobody scored, everybody started to realize that this game would go into one of the most intense overtimes in RLCS history. With both teams tied up 3-3 in the series, that means whoever scored a goal would win the game and become the world champion. So needless to say, there was a lot on the line. And with that goal, Justin was able to secure the win, and NRG won their first RLCS World Championship. And now we go on to shot number 2, where once again, we have our boy Squishy. And here he scores one of the first ceiling shots ever scored in RLCS, but not only that, he did it in the most clean, skillful, and satisfying way possible.
Wild9, unable to take it to Squishy now.
The amount of skill and ice you would need in your veins to be able to pull this off at the highest level against the best players in the world is truly insane and deserves none other than the second spot on the list. But now, we've made it to the greatest clip in the history of Rocket League. I'm sure many of you can guess what it is, and it needs no introduction because no matter how many times you watch it, it'll still give you chills.
Panda puts it a long way, and it's almost there. Justin keeps it alive. Teleports it there. Bounces into the corner. NRG still around. Justin is there for the shot. Justin! This is Rocket League!
And with that, we have now gone through the 50 greatest clips in Rocket League history. And if you liked the video, then make sure to click the subscribe button and leave a comment down below on what you thought of the list and if you think I missed some clips in there. But by now, you should be feeling pretty inspired, so go play some Rocket League and just pretend that that shitty double tap you hit is good enough to make it on the list.